So you want to try a game in Telespire? Like try a D&D game using Telespire.
Hell yeah, I'm always down to play in Tailspire. Just,
All right.
just
So
a
so what if
difficulty
we
of getting players.
if we like alpha tested it? You know what I mean? Like only 2 3 players, no more than that.
Yep, it'd be
And
easier with
then
fewer.
and then if it works well, then maybe we can add more people as long as there's enough that wants to try it.
Yeah. We could try to get Kef and Barker involved.
Yeah. But long if you want to give it a try as well. Um, and I'm thinking like I like the concept of the game, like the Monday night game, where you just go down in the dungeon, you go back to the camp. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty simple. It's just the dungeon becomes harder and harder as you go.
I like the idea of like the hall of doorways and all the doors go to different dimensions. That's a good
Hmm.
contrivance. Good sort of
Yeah, it's like
narrative.
there's a lot of anime now like that. That's like the backstory pretty much. Um, but that could work like for the maps for Telspire because like unless you really have like an idea of putting in like a campaign that works with the available maps, you know.
All right, here we are where we left off last week. The airship
Are we
hovers in the
missing?
darkness. The dark camp below.
Are we missing somebody?
We're missing several people.
Yeah, and we're falling in a big battle. Oh, oh, happy birthday!
Oh, thank you.
And the birthday
Happy
boy
birthday.
arrives.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Congrats.
Thank you again. Mm,
Did Joe actually say he was going to be late? Or is he just sleeping in?
Yes. No, he's behind.
How
He said
much
running late,
behind?
but I'll be there shortly.
Yeah. Well, that's not specific enough. That's fine.
He's probably driving or some shit like that.
I know. An ETA would be nice.
Oran is not here too.
Yeah, that's pretty typical, though. He's probably eating with the family already. He'll join us. He's just down in the hold taking a nap somewhere, and he's hiding so well that nobody can find him.
Dude, how big is that Coliseum?
Oh, isn't it great? It's huge.
Dude, you have to have more people in there, like in the crowd.
Uh, I worry, though, because it depends on the
Yeah.
hardware of the person playing it. If I fill the whole arena with random NPCs, it'll kill somebody's tiny laptop when they try to load into it.
Man, yeah. Well, you know,
So
that's the
I
risk you take, you know.
I only put like I put a small crowd. Like maybe it's a Wednesday, most people are at work, but you get the small crowd and they're hanging out and they're watching whatever crazy ruckus was going on in the middle of the Coliseum with every monster I could find that fit in Dark
You
Zone.
know, I've always felt like Telspire could run almost anything very well.
Almost.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like it takes much even if it's like something live for everyone in the same. You know what I mean? Like it's very very smooth.
It runs well. And it loads stuff from text file, which is crazy.
Hmm. And like all the freaking characters that I have made, like that I have saved on my 2 accounts, I can like import.
And now that they've got the mod support, it's got 279 new monsters to play around with.
Yeah. On top of that, yeah.
So that was the main flaw before. It just didn't have the features, and they're really getting close
Yeah.
now.
It's been a while I've been on it though.
Hey guys.
Hey, welcome.
Skywheel.
Joe said he's
Okay.
going to be a little bit late, but I guess we can start.
Okay. So does everybody remember what they were going to be doing?
Oh, that's right. We're assaulting the pirate camp.
Yeah.
Um,
We're gonna do AoE damage.
so we're not gonna worry about sending me in to try and do anything extra, like roguish.
If you want to, but we're gonna create a distraction over here.
Yeah.
Like when we land. Unless you want to do something, like you can do something before we interact.
I mean,
How many?
is there like powder kegs or something explosive that I could, seed the place with or anything like that? I don't think anything like that really exists unless you can make something magically.
It's nighttime. I don't think your dark vision extends that far. If you're flying the airship at a pretty good distance, you're just sort of observing the island is occupied at a good, safe distance so you don't get noticed.
Yeah.
Wait, did we take a long rest?
Recently?
I believe so.
I suppose an hour.
Yeah, we did.
The
We did
airship
take.
from here to there.
We did take a long rest.
Even my spells back. It's been forever since I updated those. Dum de
Wait,
dum.
I think I had you use 2 spells after you went away.
Wouldn't is a long rest 8 hours or is a short rest?
8 hours, but we did
Oh,
take
well,
a
then that's
long
not
rest.
a long rest. You don't need a long rest. We can take these guys down.
I was asking if we already took a long rest a while ago.
I don't think so. I think we went back to the ship and then had this conversation with the crew.
No,
and
there
they
was
said-
it was just before we went to the ship. We did take a rest.
Technically, a long rest is 6 hours because 2 of the hours are not really like doing anything. Like you could be up and just watching on guard. You don't have to be like asleep for 8 hours.
Well, then I wonder if I could go take on the pirate camp by myself. No, I'm kidding. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and go down there and try to be rogue. When you guys
So
wanna
is
bring
that
the
a
big
yes
guns.
or
Was
is that
that?
a yes or a no to the long rest having happened?
We did take a long rest.
It did happen, but I think we had you use a couple spells when you weren't here.
All right, figure that out later.
What was it,
Dark and I will-
Like an identify? I think it was an identify.
All right, works for me. That don't even have to take the spell slot. But, yeah. Arcane, now I want to see what these bandits are about. What they're doing down here.
Alright, hang on. I'm finding the initiatives. Before you do any snooping...
I
I'd like
want
to
to
at least
see
act
their
as recon or do
souls.
something useful.
Oh, there was a disconnect.
Disconnected.
Rough. Technical difficulties. Is it still up at your end?
No. It crashed.
I tried to connect.
So, Morn, how do you have 27 AC?
I have a lot of armor. I'm wearing a full plate.
Is that 5 AC?
And he has
I
a
have
shield, a big
I
one.
have a shield, a +2 shield. I have a full plate +3.
Oh, it's a +3 armor? Okay.
Yeah.
Just that alone gets him to 25.
And I
And
have another item or two, that gives me some additional protection. All right, table is back up. Ninja, I hope it's not gonna crash. When you reconnect.
Oh, it always does. We'll see.
Well, you already loaded it earlier, so.
True.
I get my food.
Seems like it worked.
Yeah.
Wonder if someone can enchant my fire drake armor.
Okay. I don't know. I
Wait, I can
disconnected.
wear heavy armor.
I disconnected to the table myself, so I don't know what happened. Maybe it's a internet glitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to exit and come back in.
Okay. Is it laggy for you or?
It's nothing's loading in. Like I'm in a forest.
Yeah, it is having issues. Maybe, do you have to
I'm
restart?
gonna restart it.
Maybe check for a Steam update, too.
I'm gonna restart everything. Everybody, look if you have.
Let me find my image here. I'm on stream. I could just put it up and describe what the arcane eye sees in the meantime.
Okay. Is there a client update? Yeah, check if you have a client update. That's one that will crash the table.
Exiting.
Alright, so it's pretty hard to make out details at this distance. You're pretty far away, but there is
I'll be back.
definitely a
I'll be back
plateau
in a second.
sticking up out of the silt. And there's some buildings on the plateau, and there's some lights on the plateau. You see a glow in the silt, but you can't make out details because it obscures your view. And I would say you're approaching the island from the south side. Can you see that ringside? I'll give you the link there. You should be able to see it on stream. I'll give you the link there. Yep. So, Taro, I just need you to tell me where you want to send the arcane eye, and I'll give you some descriptions. Because you can fly it around in there.
Sorry, guys. I had to restart my system. There's a lot of updates that needed to be done.
Oh, alright,
I want to make sure that my PC's, stable.
right.
All right. Did everybody check their Steam if it's up to date?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, it won't let me do anything updating wise. I've been looking through and I don't see anything.
Mine says it's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Taro.
All right, loading the table.
All right.
I have acquired life force.
Oh, yeah?
It is still quiet here.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
I can hear you.
All right. I was
No one's
asking you
talking.
where you wanted to send the arcane eye, but I think you walked away.
Oh, sorry. Down to the camp.
Well, hang on just a moment. A moment ago, I had the picture of the camp up on the stream, but we're about to open it up on the table in 3D again. Well, in the meantime, I'll look at it. So you can see the island. You're looking at it from the south. There's a structure of some kind on the right, some trees on the left, some other lumpy structures in the middle part of it. Where do you send the arcane eye?
Are you on the table, Ninja?
I am.
Go at 5 p.m. on that board in front of your shield there. There's a new character there. Okay, let's hope this is gonna be stable.
That's a shiny looking Dragoth.
Yeah, that's for you. It looks pretty stable on my side.
He's pondering the orb, the golden orb, pointing his ruby staff. All right. So your arcane eye flies in from the south, approaching the beach of this plateau sticking up out of the silt. The eye flies in looking at some tents in the darkness. But there's a glow behind and to the right of the tents by the building. Now this building seems to have a door, and the glow is coming from an enormous creature. A hulking abomination made out of lava, like a man made out of magma, standing a good 14 feet tall in front of the building. He seems constructed. His parts are fashioned together like a statue, connected together by ligaments of magma.
I think we should attack from the tents and go to
I like that plan.
and move towards the building. They'll give us some rounds of attack. We could like land,
Southwest.
like where the number 2 is, like a little couple blocks down towards the forest.
No, whoa. Land way, not even land. If we don't need to land.
No, where we're gonna be hitting the ground. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, well, okay.
we're not landing anything, but can shoot fireballs and shit from the sky.
Does this thing look miserable?
The tents will give them cover from your fireballs.
Well,
So your fireballs would blow up all their tents, but they could probably get out unscathed.
I don't know. It goes around corners.
It's an enclosed tent, though. They want to keep the bugs out, right? So they close it up.
Does the creature look upset that it's in a cage?
What you're looking at is a lava golem. It has no will of its own. It simply stands guard before this door in an old ruin. Whoever's sleeping in these tents nearby, they don't seem to pay it any mind. In your field of view, you can see there's some water deeper into the camp towards the center of the island. Some sort of oasis, maybe. There's actually somebody at the oasis currently getting water. The first person you've actually seen aside from the gigantic golem. It's a man dressed in camouflage gear that blends in with the terrain.
Well, I'm gonna contact our favorite rogue.
Yes.
I want you to open this door and lead the thing in it into the water.
Lead it into the water.
Yes.
And
There's a big lava monster in there.
right. Okay, I'll do my best.
Don't jeopardize your life to do it. This is just an idea.
Well, I'm glad to get into the action here. So let me see. Where
Okay. Let's land in there. I don't know. Do you want to land first and do some stuff? I don't know, like a distraction? Pull them out of their tents?
Where is?
Set an alarm somewhere? Put an explosion?
This is the distraction.
What? What's the distraction?
Is my mini on the board somewhere?
Yeah.
Their lovely super weapon diving in headfirst into certain doom.
Wait.
Did we not save it? Usually there's some sitting around.
I don't know if it's dumb enough to do that, but okay.
Right. Yeah. There we go.
Did you find one?
Okay. So,
Cool.
I'm on. All right. So now I can. There's Dust Devil Pirate over there. What I would like to do is.
Hold on. So, as you approach the beach here, let me read the description to you. There's a boat here on the beach. It's one of the ones they used to attack the airship previously.
Okay.
Docking beach. It seems as if the pirates use this beach as a dock for their 2 silt skimmers. They actually drive the craft out of the silt and onto the beach. So there's one boat dragged up onto the beach. The other one's not here because it was destroyed by the airship crew during the attack. But there is a spot for a second boat and some drag marks where a previous boat was docked there.
Can we have our ship shoot from the sky on the enemies to the ground?
There's one man who's at the beach here, and he's fishing. How good is your stealth right now?
Oh, let's go. I'd also assume, since we are attacking at night, that I would like to be.
Oh shit!
I would like to be. There we are. 29. And
Oh,
also,
so that's how you do advantage. I see.
All right, so you are the night, a whisper in the wind, invisible in the sand.
I would like to, go ahead and come in as a bat, and then this is me. Here we go.
All right, flying in silently.
Flying in, nap of the earth, and then I would like to come up behind him silently and do the quiet takedown of the weapon that you introduced me to, which, if I get the sneak attack, where's my character sheet? I'm going to go ahead and make the roll first and then look up the actual stats.
Silent takedown. If your target's already grappled and gagged, you can attempt to strike it with a weapon with the finesse or concealed property. Make an opposed grapple check to maintain and hold on your target. If you succeed, you can make a single special melee attack. Your target has vulnerability towards the damage dealt by that attack, taking an extra d10.
Let's just go ahead and...
What, do you have a poison on your weapon on top of that?
I do not.
So that's like the second part of the chokehold,
Oh.
where you come up behind them. You try to grab the creature by the throat and prevent it from breathing. Make an opposed grapple check with the target. You have disadvantage on your roll on a success. The target is also gagged and suffocating until the grapple ends.
So both were an 18 on my advantage. Not that that matters, but there we go. And
Yeah.
then
18's
now-
good.
Okay.
So you would have successfully snuck up on him and applied the choke and the grapple. So he's grappled, he's gagged, and then you would make an attack
So
to do the
is that
silent
another one now?
takedown.
Is this another one now?
Well, that was the grapple to get him silently, and now you make the attack.
So this was without advantage, probably. Yes.
Well, you can have advantage. This is still part of the same action, I think.
Okay. So I'm just gonna roll it again and see what happens. So that's 23.
23. That'll hit.
If it's not enough, I'm gonna throw a dice at it. But now, is there? Am I doing sneak attack damage, or I'm not? Fifth edition is different with their whole.
So you're gonna roll. You're gonna roll damage. You're gonna apply all your sneak attack. You're gonna add an extra D10, and it all happens completely silently. And he's grappled at the end of it.
Okay.
So you do a mess of damage.
42.
He dies.
All right, so that one's done. All right, moving on. I'm going to. So I'm gonna move his body out of the way up into this little alcove here, and silently report back. I think my psionic group chat works up to about a mile, so I think we're okay. I'm going to sneak up the cliffside here and see what I can see. I will take a active.
Where you're at, there's actually a staircase that ascends
Exactly.
a steep cliff to either side of you, but here a carefully cut staircase that you can barely see unless you're right up on it.
20, so nothing special on the. It's my basic perception.
Okay, so here in between the trees, you can make out that there's an encampment. From here, your vantage point reveals 7 tents ahead of you in the sandstorm. So the sand is still obscuring your vision and sound and covering your movements and everything pretty well. But
That's what.
with your perception, you can tell that there are sentries in the trees to your left and to the right. They're not very alert, but they are awake and watching. Fortunately, your
Uh-oh.
stealth is great.
I gotta take this phone call.
All right.
Can I come back to you guys for a minute?
Sure.
In a minute.
In a
thank
minute.
you.
Let's talk about ring sight. Using your psionics, you had your arcane eye down there. Did you want to investigate further?
Yes.
Okay, so you were looking at the golem. You could see the little oasis towards the middle of the island, but you haven't explored inside the ruins to your right. You haven't explored in any of the tents to the left, and you haven't seen what's on the other
Those
side of the
ruins.
island.
Maybe there's some eldritch power in those ruins.
All right. So, moving your eye inside the ruins, there's several gaps in the old building, spots where you could clearly just like fly in through it, at least a couple inches wide, about the size of a brick. So, in here, there's a wizard. Oh, and he's an evil-looking wizard. You can tell right away this is a defiler who dabbles in dark sorcery and commits horrible atrocities all throughout his room. You can see the signs of necromancy, the remains of victims, their corpses. He's turned some of their body parts into spell components for his magic. He's currently in the process of taking a gemstone, and he's holding his staff, and he casts a spell as he moves the gemstone closer to his staff, and then it snaps in place, socketed into his staff, and begins to glow as he continues casting a spell into it. All throughout the room, you can see he's got a variety of magical devices that you can't make heads or tails of. He's got a podium where his spell book is placed with great respect. in a protected alcove surrounded by writing implements and fine sheafs of paper. Writing implements everywhere. That's pretty unusual in the Dark Sun world, but this is a wizard's wizard, like a high-level caster of magics, and he's clearly got several interesting magic items going on. His cloak is dazzling, and it shimmers and shifts, so you can barely see exactly where his position is as he moves around the room doing his work on his magic staff.
Is there any undead monstrosities locked up in this room?
All the corpses in this room are just corpses. They are not undead. They're not animated. He's got a bunch of skulls piled by his little throne, his little makeshift throne. He's got a stack of femurs and arm bones. There's like a discard pile with some hips and some feet. They're just in a bucket, like he's going to take them out and throw them away at some point.
I'm going to stay quiet for now.
You can see that the area that you're in is cut off from the rest of the ruins. You have no access to the rest of the building from here. But if you go back out, there might be other doors on the side of the building.
Does anyone have a spell that messes with the earth? Like causes it to rise or move somehow?
Only in small amounts.
Sorry, I'm going to think to myself.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Can I move the eye again?
Okay. Outside the building, past the golem.
What were the other places you said I hadn't looked yet?
Okay, from just outside the building, you're near the middle of the island. You could go to the east, and that'll get you to the other part of the building that you couldn't access from the wizard's area. You could go north over the oasis. You could go west towards the encampment.
A place I couldn't access before, please.
Okay. You fly towards another door. There's chatter when your eye flies in through a gap. You can see that there's a number of people, and they're arguing about something. They seem to be... You can hear through the eye, right? Or is it just visual?
I should probably check that. Hold on.
If it's just visual, you're not going to get much here, but there are men arguing.
That's visual, but that's what clairvoyance is for. So let's just switch that around and activate clairvoyance.
All right. Is that a concentration spell too? So you let go of concentration on Arcane Eye and cast the other spell?
Yes.
All right. So you'll no longer be able to see what's going on, but you'll be able to hear what's going on in the room. I'm just looking up the spell description for clairvoyance quick. Although my internet's not being quick, it's being slow. Oh, range up to 1 mile? That's good. And you have seen this place before, so that all works fine. Alright, so the men in the room, they're discussing something. There's 3 types of people in this room. You know, most of them are just regular pirates. They're dressed in the camouflage gear of a silk pirate. But a couple of them are dressed in fancier gear and carrying better weapons. And they seem to be standing in attendance of another person here who is dressed in very fine, very fine stone armor. He's head to toe in plate armor, but it's plate armor that is made of stone. And it's got this magical luster to it. And you can see all sorts of religious adornments as well. He's got holy symbols built into the armor, on the shoulder pads, on the helmet. He is definitely an earth cleric, a heavily armored, powerful earth cleric. And he seems to be getting a lot of respect from the other men in the room. The captains are asking for his advice. And he's saying, we already lost one ship. We shouldn't pursue this. We should lay low for a while and pick on easier merchants along the coastline. We don't want to be messing with these adventurers anymore. And the captains, they're like, but they clearly had a lot of cargo and loot, and we saw that some of them had gone to the city. So they think you have treasures. So there's a debate going whether they should try to get the treasures that you have on your airship or if they should lay low because you're too powerful.
Do you have any cursed items left?
Who are you addressing?
Everyone.
I don't think so.
No.
Destroy all of them.
The kind of stuff you don't want to carry around. You know, they got curses on them.
Well,
Didn't you
there's
have one
only
recently? There was
My
one.
sword is cursed, but it's a good curse.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Dedication to your goal is a kind of good thing, in a certain light.
It's not the worst one. Actually, pretty good. Like it fits the character anyway. So.
Until you hit a moral quandary where it's like, it would be better for the Lord of Flame if we set fire to this island by activating all the volcanoes.
Yeah.
How good is the air elemental at being sneaky?
Not good at all. He's quite obvious. It's like a little hurricane. Or not a hurricane, like a little tornado. And people notice tornadoes.
I will update the party on the various forces that seem to be running around this camp.
Well, you have identified the leaders. There's a dangerous defiler and a revered cleric of the earth, amongst many pirates.
Right. I want to set something into simultaneous motion. One, and this requires your cooperation, lads. One, send the air elemental to wrench the staff from the guy. Two, have the lure the golem trick go. And three, send someone to harass the stone warrior guy. And then, when everyone's outside, fireball rain.
Kind of wish Joe was here for this planning of strategy and combat. This is his forte. Wonder how much later he's going to be. Yeah.
Ninja.
I mean,
Yeah.
Joe would just jump into it. That's
He
the
would.
strategy.
that's freaking boring.
The time it took us to get from the city to the air balloon to this pirate island, would you say that would be more than an hour? Or I guess from the time it took us to get from the air balloon to this island. Not from the city to the air balloon.
You teleported to the airship, and from where you were at the tower to here is not that far.
Oh, okay.
So it would happen pretty quick.
Okay.
Wasn't there one other area I hadn't checked yet?
Well, we have Orin, and Orin is gone yet still, huh?
So from where you were at the building, if you go... I should say there was a door. So there's a door that you did not go through.
Let's bring the arcane eye back.
Alright. That's another 4th level spell you're burning.
Intel is important.
All right, you cast your arcane eye, revealing what is on the
So
other
they are
side of
some
the
evil
door, right?
people.
They are pirates. They attacked. They attacked your airship, trying to plunder it.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right, let's have Oren do his things.
Hang on. I want to read this section here.
Or Taro, what is it? What was he doing right now? Getting intel in there?
Yeah, so seeing, getting intel, seeing as far as I could go with taking the sentries out, and then getting us, kind of
Well,
a comfortable situation.
Taro, can you communicate with him like what you've got from your spying into the house?
All right. There's a super evil wizard. I just put a picture. That's how evil we're talking. Uh, Sitting in a cave by himself, doing evil stuff with a magic staff, in a ritual we could probably disrupt.
Okay.
There's a stone cleric guy who is arguing that they should continue attacking us so they can have all our cool stuff, while everyone else is preferring to pick on easier targets.
It was actually the opposite. The Earth Cleric cautioned them to not attack, to lay low, and it was the pirate captains that were saying, but they got loot. Let's get the loot.
Okay.
What about that caster? Is there a way to interrupt him? Maybe
You could steal his staff, but that's let's save that plan. Let's plan. Let's be elegant about this. This is a heist. This is a heist, murder, assault raid. A Hamar.
Well, Oren is on the island,
Yes.
and he might be able to infiltrate in there.
I am a little
But the-
pissed
the-
at
the
that
thing
phone
though-
call.
Also, Tara, there's a storage room. B is a storage room full of stuff.
That was district office, the guy in charge of all the funds, telling me basically, no, I can't take my students to Six Flags. It's only that one school is going, and the pot of money that they're using isn't available to me. So I'm a little frustrated, but I'm coming back.
Mm.
Ugh.
All right. Forget that. Focus on D&D.
Focus on D&D. Yeah. All right. What I would like to do is, does it seem like I could take out the sentries, or do you need to sneak past the sentries? Does it seem like that they're watching each other, or I could, take one out and then not alert the other?
Well, you could try what you did with the person on the beach, one by one. They haven't noticed you yet.
That was my original intent, but okay, I don't know. Now it almost seems like we don't even need to worry about that. Like I need to go ahead and just sneak until I get to this evil wizard that I need to stop. Okay,
No.
so
We're not dealing with him quite yet. Well, I have a plan for him.
Uh-huh.
All right, share your plan. So
The plan is to use the lava golem set to defend whatever's in its door. So possibly, if we make it chase you, you could get it to destroy something valuable because it's walking destruction.
That is an option.
I just don't know how you're gonna make that happen.
If lava walks into a room full of writing implements, what do you think happens?
But it doesn't mean it's gonna walk on it. It might walk around it.
You have no idea what kind of commands it has. For all you know, it could just stay outside the room.
Yeah, it might just go underground, tunnel underground, and then appear in front of you. You know what I mean?
Alright, fair enough.
It's a hurt elemental.
I don't
Are we
know.
taking their soul skimmers or destroying them so they can't leave this island?
The problem, the one thing is that I'm not gonna be dealing with that elemental. It's made of lava, and it's gonna be immune to whatever I do to it. So.
Hey, how
Guiding ball.
is knowledge of different poisons pretty commonplace? Or, for example, I have death sleep, which is inhaled poison. What I would like to do is invisibly, let some of that loose, and I wasn't sure if it would give away my position or not, or give away my my intent.
If you're stealth, they're not going to notice you. That's all there is to it.
I would imagine if I know poisons. I mean, I've been working with them recently for the past year. Is that something that they're, oh, I know that. That's iocane, or that's laughing gas, or whatever it is. I better stop what I'm doing and raise the alarm. Is that something that he could make a save for and not realize he's saving for it?
Where did I get this stuff from? Death Sleep. It's not coming up in this poison list.
Oh, okay.
Crafting and alchemy GM binder is probably where Death Sleep comes from.
The saves for those are just like con, right?
Usually,
Not really like a.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure.
It's not like a. I know it's happening. It's just whether your body can resist the thing or not.
I'm gonna burn a use of divination.
Here we go. Death Sleep.
Alright,
Become poisoned for 24 hours. The poisoned creature appears to be dead, and only a successful medicine check, DC 20, can determine they're not, and they have to eat it. So as long as they're stealthy,
I thought it was,
as long as they're stealthy, you can add it to their food and poison them, and then they'll be poisoned
that's
for
not gonna
24
do it.
hours.
I'm sorry, I thought it was inhaled. I thought I had an inhaled poison. I must have used them all.
Mm.
Okay, well, I am out of ideas then. I'm just going to go ahead and
You can probably just stab them all to death.
yeah,
And work with the other guy.
I
I've
want
used-
to
I've used the divination spell to ask gods how we might take over the lava golem, such as its password.
I wish you'd asked a different question, but I'm not inside your head to ask to come adjust this.
The golem serves its master. Something in his possession makes it work
You
for
don't need
him.
to talk to a golem. There's no intelligence in that thing.
It just
I know
follows
this,
orders.
That's why I'm trying to hack it. I was trying to get the password.
Yeah, it's not really a password encoded thing. There's usually a control device, like previous golems that the party has encountered had a rod of control that would, like if you're holding the rod, you could order it around.
My guess is the staff that he's playing with and the gem that goes into it. The kind of that's what he's doing. He's controlling a golem right now from that closed room.
How far are we from the camp?
The airship is at a good distance so that the silt obscures you from the pirates, so nobody notices.
Listen,
How far is that?
An unspecified distance within a mile.
I committed to the previous action, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and sneak. I'm rolling the sneak to go past these two sentries. And what have I got? Oh, a nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay. You are continuing to be completely invisible to everybody. The sleeping people in the tents, they don't notice you. The sentries in the trees, they don't notice you.
Okay, I hope you noticed my movement here. I'm going up, and the only way into this building here is past the magma golem. Am I correct in that?
Yes, unless you're small enough to fit through a brick.
Wait a second.
I can do that. Oh. I can get to a brick size.
You're gonna go gaseous form and sneak through?
As a bat, right?
No, bat is probably not small enough.
Well,
That's like tiny.
Doesn't the cape turn you into like a giant bat? They're pretty large, like a medium size.
Oh, shoot. I just messed it up. Oh, God, no.
Cloak of the Bat 5. There we go.
Okay, Cloak of the Bat.
Oh, you're just a regular bat.
You can polymorph yourself, transforming into a bat. How big is a bat? Tiny, right? A tiny beast.
Like the size of a rat. They're like the size of your fist.
You know what? I'll give it to you. If you turn into a bat, you can fly up and through one of the gaps in the wall.
Yeah, you're gonna find some space in the attic, you know, like in the roof.
Right. Yeah, and some of the timbers up at the top. Well, maybe not timbers. I don't know what it's made of in Dark Sun. But whatever it is, the shell. You can actually paint the picture for me. What is this building made of?
Okay, So this is an incredibly ancient structure made out of sandstone blocks that have been sort of carefully placed. They have a tight seal in most places, but in some places there was structural damage, and it looks like they rebuilt it a long time ago. So there's areas where they've used smaller bricks to fill in for the larger bricks of the original structure, and one of those smaller bricks has been broken and fallen out, and you were able to sneak in through that tiny gap. It's only a couple inches tall and a few inches wide, but you're able to squeeze your body through.
Okay, so I squeeze my body through. And now what I'm going to do is, so Ringsight, you've watched this ritual. I see the man who is casting a ritual. What would you have me do? Is it time to interrupt it now, or should I wait until you all make your descent?
When you get into the room and you look at him, he is not currently doing anything. He's standing there looking at his spellbook, as if he's memorizing some spells.
Oh,
Okay.
well then I'm going to communicate that he seems to be reading through his spellbook. They're not casting a ritual at this time.
He is standing there holding his staff that he had before. The staff has 4 gems affixed to it that are all aglow.
Oh.
And you need to get him to drop the staff so that you can steal it.
I need to steal the staff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
He thinks the staff controls the golem. That's his guess.
Also, that aside, I think that it
I like that.
it's his spell.
That's quite the challenge there.
Well, I could try to take him on myself and see if I can get the staff. But how close are you, in case I fail?
I'm not saying take him on. You just need to find something that'll get him to release the staff.
Huh.
Out of character, I think it would be critical information to tell him there's other people in the building just a room or 2 away.
That's fair.
Oh wait, I don't know. I don't think there's a door here. Never mind. They're in like another spot, but still, he's close by, and there's a golem blocking the door if he tries to leave.
Now you might control the golem if you get the staff. Yeah.
If the rod does what he thinks it does.
That'd be cool.
Those are
Hang on. I'm gonna send the air elemental, but not directly downwards, so it doesn't get spotted. Just like closer by, so that like in an emergency situation, it can just dive down into the cave and try to wrench the thing out of his hands.
So your air elemental is in the air above the building, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
If it can hide there.
How high? Like 50 feet up or something?
Would it be spotted from there?
So the way the silt works is that it allows you to see out to about 30 feet, and then the silt starts to obscure everything to where you can only make out vague outlines of stuff. Out to 60 feet, and then beyond that, you can't make out anything except sand. So 50 feet is putting you like on the edge where he'd only be like a vague shadow, and nobody's going to be able to spot him.
All right. Yeah, it works.
Okay.
It'll just
Alright,
look like a cyclone of dust in there.
Yeah. Just a strange little mini tornado up in the sky. Nothing to worry about. Happens all the time.
Well, okay. If all you want me to do is get the staff, and he's only got one hand on it now, his other hand is focused on the book, maybe that'll give me some advantage on the grapple check to grapple the staff from him. It's a chance.
So you are in a small room.
I am.
You are sealed in. There's a solid door guarded by a very large magma golem. So that's the only way in and out of here, aside from the tiny brick hole.
Well, okay, the brick hole, and you can. I'll let you go ahead and veto this if you'd like. But here's what I'm thinking. My hope is that I will go invisible, go back to human sized, land in a corner, grab the staff, wrench it from him from invisible, and then once that is successful, it uses the bonus action to use the dagger teleport. Now the rub on that is that it's a dagger. To teleport out, I need to throw the dagger through the hole. If
Ooh.
my dagger misses the hole, I
You're
would
gonna be in the room
teleport
still.
into the wall, into the room. Yeah,
Mhm.
and that would
Yeah.
I would not make it out of the room.
So you're giving
So-
yourself a pretty slim chance of getting out of the room before the angry wizard casts a spell at you.
Yeah. On the other hand, I could just try to do a silent takedown and wrestle with him until, which is probably less great an idea.
Mm.
Perhaps I
I
should give
mean,
you
he
an
might not
item
have
to help you.
a chance of breaking the grapple if he's a wizard.
I have
Yeah,
an
but
item.
I'm guessing as a wizard, he's got meta magic that can let him do things without speaking or somatic components. So
Would you like the um the staff? The not the staff. The hourglass of time.
hourglass of time.
The thing
Oh, I
that's
know what you're
display
talking
1 year of your
about.
life to do multiple actions. It's like
He'd
I
have
sneak
to
stab him
fly all the
3
way
I don't
back.
times.
have-
He'd have to
Right,
fly
I
all the
don't
way
have
back to the
that.
ship and get it,
That's-
and then come
Right,
back.
that's a great idea, but we're not gonna metagame that. I'm not gonna go back and do that. No, it's too late.
No, the air
Um,
elemental can just go get it.
Do you want me
No,
to?
no. I am in the room now.
I got
I
an
am
idea.
right now. I'm as a bat.
Do
So,
you
but go
want me
ahead.
to distract them by shooting a fireball on their roof? I'm kidding.
What that reveal is?
It was a joke.
Do your thing, man.
Okay, so
It's not a bad idea. Distraction that usually works.
Yeah, I
would
could
just
shoot. I
knock
could
something
shoot.
over so he goes to investigate it.
I
Like
could
something
shoot a.
really valuable.
I could shoot a fireball into the tents.
I
like
am
a-
ready to strike if you need it. I will wait for your order.
Do we do that, or do we give you the opportunity? You tell me. What do you prefer?
It would be good to have him outdoors so that I can get away.
We need We need something to get his attention so he starts moving, and then you can take him by surprise. Actually, is he still just?
Do
Maybe
these
he's
guys
already
work?
distracted by his
To-
book,
to-
but anyways.
To be
Do
honest, I
these
don't
guys
think.
work?
To be honest, I don't think he's gonna go out of that room. If
Do
he's
these
in
guys
the,
worship any sorcery king?
we don't know.
You're echoing.
The Okay. Anyways, I don't think that person is gonna get out of that room. Anyways, and like he's controlling the golem, so he can just like have the golem do some damage and not even exist. You know what I mean?
Can the golem even get into this room?
I don't think so.
The golem is large. The door of the room is large as well.
Alright.
But if you have the staff, it's done. You know what I mean? Now, if I do a distraction, that's just to maybe help you, but I don't know how much it's gonna help you.
What a tricky game.
Unless you want me to try to take out every sentry.
No. Let us. We got that. Don't worry about that. You got a more important mission is to try to get that staff in case
Well,
he controls the
then-
golem.
I am ready, and let us begin the assault.
Let it rip, and I
Yeah.
shoot my fireball just to distract them. You guys decide what you want to do as
Hold on,
maybe
you
a
can
surprise.
Clarify, are you coming down on the carpet or what?
We're gonna distract at the tents.
Yeah, but crucially, where
How
are
are
you
you
shooting
getting
from?
low enough for a
Ship?
fireball to work?
You're throwing from the ship?
Yes. As we come
Ship is
down,
about a mile away.
You know that means that the ship's going to be involved in the combat then, right?
no. Our plan here is for us to come down from the sky, from with the carpet and flying down right into them, and from 150 feet I can shoot a fireball right into the camp. So from way far away, I can just surprise them as you do what you're doing,
Okay.
and then we just attack them from there.
You kind of need to be within 50 feet to see outlines of the tents to start shooting them, though.
But there's gonna have lights around. Like they're gonna
Yeah,
have
that's
like
still,
their
like,
torches and
decent
stuff
to
like
do,
that, you know? I'm not trying to aim for anything in particular. I'm just creating a distraction.
Well, I am ready.
And
I'm not doing that.
and then are we? Is that gonna be like a surprise round, Ninja?
Well, I'm going to roll if either of the sentries notices the ship. All right. Nope.
We're going down on the carpet, not the ship, right?
Or, yeah,
we're coming
the carpet.
from like flying down.
I'll roll one more for the third sentry. He didn't see it either. Okay, so you arrive. Let's see. He's right about needing to get within 60 feet to even pick a target. So you guys will have to be 60 feet up. Choose which square you're floating over.
Can I shoot like from a further away a fireball?
Without a target, just aiming blind.
No, but like when we're flying down, the tents there's gonna be lights. There's gonna be shapes.
No, it's nighttime. They're sleeping. Why would they have lights?
You could fire at
Oh.
the area with the bosses in them.
The only spot with a light is the golem itself or inside the building where they're arguing over strategy.
But they're gonna have fire. Like it's cold at night in this environment, no?
They're in warm tents. They've got blankets.
Well, you know, when they take a piss, it's good to see where they're going, or if there's a snake or some
For
shit
frick's
like
Hey,
sake,
give it up.
Arcane eye where
DM
you
has
need
spoken.
to go.
that. I know.
I mean, this is a hidden island. They try not to be too conspicuous. A fire is a pretty strong indication that there's civilization somewhere. So the only fire is sort of like blocked by the buildings and tucked in there and not emitting that much light. Maybe
Right.
people will have individual candles or something for lighting their way. But they're not up right now, except for a couple people. There's one person towards the back by a tree, and there's another person that's over by the oasis.
All right.
There are two people by the oasis, and the sentries, they don't have a light, though, because they're trying to stay hidden.
So where do you guys want to land? And so that will determine what target we're gonna be shooting.
Yeah.
I mean,
Your
we
square.
know that their boats are here.
Yeah, well, we don't care about that.
Do you want to land
I
here
think
and
we
hit
wanna
these three?
land in the middle of them and do a lot of destruction.
Right in the middle. All right, cool. Pew pew.
Okay, so the distraction. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. It's our surprise attack round. We land right in the middle of these three tents here. All this is on fire. We are all immune to fire in the middle of this. Okay, except for the enemies. And you guys do your attacks as a surprise round, and at the same time, like it creates a big distraction. Everybody turns their head our way. Then Oren can use that
I'm waiting
as an
for him to open
advantage.
the door. Once he opens the door and orders the magma golem to it, because I'm guessing he'll need line of sight to attack, to order the magma golem to attack you. But once he opens the door to do that, I will then, at that point, make my move to wrest
Yeah.
the staff from his hands and then teleport away.
All right, sounds good to me. So I guess are we good for initiative on this?
Well, tell me what the DC on your spell is, real quick.
It's like, what do you mean?
Fireball?
Safe.
Fireball, DC.
Oh, 23 dex.
23 dex.
And by the way, just to be clear, that's a ready to action for my thing.
Okay. None of them make that save.
Huh.
Unfortunate.
Here,
Oh, what was the damage on it?
I'm gonna roll it.
A huge explosion goes off. All of the tents are blasted flat. The men inside smothered in the burning tents. Take a combination of heat, impact, concussive, and suffocation damage.
Rerolling one of them. I feel like I'm greedy because that's a pretty good overall. I get a +1. Okay, so 49 fire damage.
Ooh.
They die. They die screaming. This alerts everybody. All these guys will jump up.
There's 3 6 and 1 2 3 4 5s rolling my dice out of.
How many people died just now?
3.
Okay.
They just exploded. They're vaporized.
Yeah, they're fine. They'll survive it.
And then we are in the middle of that. And then you guys can do whatever you guys want. You gotta put the characters on the board, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Cram them into that black box where that flying carpet is. I'm gonna set up the initiatives again. I had it before the crash. Let's see. Cleric had bad initiative.
Oh, that's why. I'm missing a Sia, I think.
Yeah, where am I?
No, your character. I'm missing on the board. Do I have a figuring somewhere? We are over here. There's a.
Yeah, right here.
All right. The initiative is rolled. Ringsight's actually first.
I guess what do I see with the arcane eyeball?
You still got the arcane eye going? It was last in the storeroom. You can see that there's a number of containers. They look like they came off different merchant
I got
ships.
Oren. Oh, I got him. Let's see.
Okay, move it out of the frickin' storeroom.
All right, you move it back into the captain's quarters where they were arguing, but now all of them are pointing outside and equipping their gear for battle.
And you guys do your thing. Like, you guys want to destroy, go ahead, because we gotta get rid of all these peons before we get to attack the bosses, you know? Like, Taurus is gonna try to kill as many as possible, so I'd say that he goes here, he kills this guy, and the other attack, he kills this guy.
He kills.
That sounds like Jonathan Rhys Davies when he's talking about the siege, and he's talking to the special effects actors. You know, like, okay, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. But Ninja, do you agree this one dies and this one dies when Torrent jump right in the middle of them?
It's not his turn yet.
Oh, I thought we. No,
Oh,
I'm just
right,
saying.
I'm still
I'm just saying on the surprise round.
I lost my freaking train of thought. It is still my turn, isn't it? I didn't plan this far ahead. Okay, how about
So I'm just thinking about how the order of operations goes. So you guys were up in the air,
150 feet.
and
First
you
shot goes
cast your spell and you throw it down. That's the surprise round there. Is Taurus going to be able to cover the distance and hit somebody else? I mean, these are big squares, 30-foot squares.
Alright, fine.
Wait, that's how
Taurus,
surprise
happen.
rounds work? Not everybody gets the surprise round. Only the first person.
Y'all can, but it depends on the scenario, because you don't actually have visible targets. These guys are in big tents, and you don't know where they are exactly. He might be able to get to one guy.
Wait, is he still on the ship?
Carpet.
Or the carpet? Is he still? Well, no, he can't be on the carpet. He's too big.
Oh, true. How does
He
that work?
flies by himself.
Flies, yeah.
See, I
He
didn't...
has an item of flying.
So
Okay.
there's a couple ways we could do this. If you want to have everybody do an action on a surprise round, then the fireball is going to retroactively happen later. So then we would start with ring sight, and the fireball hasn't happened yet.
But you know. Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna quicken spell Taurus or quicken haste.
Or we could say that you fireball and then everybody goes, but you're not going to get a turn.
That's what I thought we were gonna do.
But anyway, so ring sight.
Quicken spell. Frickin' haste Taurus.
Taurus is fast.
Oh, so you can kill another one or two.
He's
Okay.
also blurry.
Pirate surprised. Defiler surprised. Sia, what do you do?
I am going to. Everyone who's still standing is still alive, right?
So, as I just said, you can't actually see anybody. All you can see is tents. You can hear a commotion, people yelling inside the tents.
Oh, how big are the tents? Are they like 20 feet?
Each of these squares is a 30-foot, so these are like gigantic tents like Roman Legion would have. You know, really big tents pinned down by many ropes and
It's like a
stakes in the
house-
ground. It's the size of a
house
building, yeah.
size- yeah. It's a house size tent.
That's why there was a chance that the fireball would go off and it would burn the tent and not the occupants inside, but even though I was giving them some advantage, they still got hit.
All right, if that's the case, I am going to cast Shatter on one of the tents.
Take your pick.
Gonna pick this one.
Alright. Kaboom. What's your DC?
I'm gonna say the ring, Lord. What's his name? Let me get to the item. That sorcery king guy.
Lord Dragoth, grant me your power.
Lord Dragoth, get me your power. That's gonna make it 19.
19. Bam. I rolled a 14 and a 6. It's a constitution save, right?
For Shatter, yes.
Yeah. Let me check their stats real quick. Rogue. Plus 3. That's pretty good. 17. Okay. How much damage?
Rolling it right now. They take.
That would have been your number if you hadn't boosted it, huh? That Drago thing actually paid off.
Yeah. 16.
16 damage? Pop. Alright, that hurt.
Alright.
The two silt pirates are stunned as the air around them blasts with concussive force, sending them flying against the sides of the tent.
You casually wake up after hearing something at night, and your fucking bones get cracked.
They didn't die, but they are in a lot of pain. Taurus hops down from the flying carpet, smashing this tent flat, and then when there's a lump under his feet, he swats it with his hammer. He rolls a 17, it hits. And then he rolls a 5 on damage, and then he rolls another attack, and he rolls a 17 to hit, and then he rolls a 20 on damage, and whatever he hit is completely flattened and dies.
He's aced, by the way. Huh?
He does like 35 damage with that second hit. Just the head pops like a melon.
So, does he gain one more attack or two with aced?
He's hasted. He's got one more attack and a little bit of extra movement, which allows him to maybe get to this dude and take a swing. He rolls another 17. That's 3 17s in a row. That's pretty impressive. The damage is only a 3 this time, leaving this pirate with
is he not
18
re-rolling
damage.
his damage?
It is exceptional. He can re-roll that 3, so... Oh, I rolled a 1. Fuck. But he can put Booming Blade on this one, so he will. Booming Blade. Pow-pow. Don't you dare move, little one. You will be in pain. He's like, I'm already in pain.
Don't move with those broken legs of yours, otherwise I'm going to break your femur.
Orin, the wizard, looks up from his spell book, hearing combat outside. You notice the wizard flexes, his cape immediately begins to glow, and like you notice a sound in the air. His cape begins talking and casting a spell. And then you hear another sound as his cape begins talking and casting another spell. And then you hear another sound as his cape begins talking, casting a third spell. So there's like the overlapping sound of three of his voices casting three different spells simultaneously. And then suddenly he like begins to shift and blink out of existence. And you have no idea where he went.
That could be problematic.
You notice that all of that stuff was automatic. As soon as he noticed that a combat had begun, multiple contingencies fired off, and he's just not there anymore.
Great.
Probably
Okay.
should have stole the ring. Or the rod.
Yeah, I should have gone for the long shot.
On the bright side, you have access to all his crap now.
The moment he winks out of existence,
Counter spit.
no. I'm gonna go for it. I don't care. I don't want him to stay invisible. I don't know if getting hit nullifies your invisibility, but on the outside chance that it does, dart. So
He has no idea that you're where you're at.
it's gonna nullify my invisibility.
You throw a dart, you become visible.
Yeah.
Your dart hits the wall.
Fucking shit. Well,
Well, what?
uh-huh.
You could steal his spell book.
That's true. His spell book is there.
All right.
Hey, yo, get that from me, gang.
What?
No, that's just
Come on, bro.
You can't even read.
no.
So-
I'm gonna.
No, that's valuable. You want that, man.
There's no way I'd be able to turn into a bat and sneak out that window in time, could I? What if I acrobatics check or athletics?
There is no window. There is only a missing brick.
A missing brick. I'm saying, can I turn into the bat and get out?
Does it cost you an action or something to turn into a
No, I
bat?
just have to grip both sides of the cape.
Oh.
You can only do that once, though, right?
Oh, I can do. No, I as long as I'm gripping the sides of the. Oh, wait a minute. No, you are right. Shit.
Can
That's-
you misty step though?
It's a.
The other one, the only one only works in the dark. Is it dark in there?
It's
it
dark.
can't
It's
be
nighttime.
used this way until next dawn.
Oh.
So I can't transform back into a bat.
Can you
You
just
still fly?
like stick
Nope.
your arm through the brick hole and drop your dagger on the other side and teleport? Or do you specifically
Yeah,
have
no,
to make an
it's
attack roll to
teleport.
throw it?
I have to make the attack roll. Well, it doesn't say I have to make an attack roll. It says I just have to roll the distance I can go. But in this case, I would imagine it's going to make an attack roll.
Couldn't you just stick your hand through the hole and then drop your dagger?
Sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
I would like you to steal that spell book, though.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool, man.
Yeah, you need the book, man. You can't leave that there.
It'll.
Listen, he needs that book to recharge his spells. If he doesn't have it, then every spell he casts, he's not getting
Yeah.
back.
I don't think it's recharging, it's just remembering different
Yeah.
ones.
I'll
Yeah,
go.
plus, it's an important. It's something we
I'll go
gotta.
for the book, and I'll take
Yeah.
whatever is coming to me. So I'm in the room, visible, with his book, and that's my turn.
Oh, hold on. Roll a saving throw.
Yeah. Which kind?
Wisdom.
Shit.
You have advantage.
Says who?
It says the
Heroes Feast.
Heroes Feast.
Oh, okay.
Says who? I don't know. D&D.
Oh, and nat 20.
20.
Crap.
Nice.
All right. The curse fails to lock onto you. You snatch the book away just in time. You can see the ghostly wisps of some evil energy trying to grab you as you just narrowly avoid the tendrils.
Hey, thanks for that hero's feast, because that could have gone real different. So anyway,
This is why heroes feast.
ah,
What?
all right. So anyway, that's my turn. It was a move, and then the bonus to take the book. So that's it. I'm gonna
Morg.
Is Grimoire's turn?
Is
He
it?
did the fireball. We just retroactively are
Yeah.
putting him ahead of everybody else as the surprise round.
Oh.
That was
Okay.
my action.
Get crazy.
You can put that in the bag of holding. That yeah.
Let's see.
You're trying to get rid of something very evil right now, pretty much, Orin.
Can I see the golem from here? Or no, there's a tent between me and it.
Nah, there's a glow, but you can't make it out. You can see the directions he's in, but you can't see any details.
If I can see the glow from here, and going off of the intel of what ring site gave us, I'm going to put a. Where is it? I'm going to cast Call Lightning at 4th level.
Okay.
Is it a Silt Storm? Does it get the bonus from the Silt Storm or no?
It's not necessarily stormy weather. There's just a lot of natural silt in the air because you're in the silt sea.
Okay. Where's...
Hey guys,
There
we
you go.
have.
Holy.
I'm putting forth a little proposal.
The weather roll is actually 10, which is right down the middle. Median, calm weather. Now it's a storm. Where's your lightning coming down? On the golem, maybe?
Yeah, on the glow. Let's see. It is 120 foot. This is a 60-foot radius space only. So it's not even that big. It's only 2 squares.
He gets a 1. I rolled a 2. He's got a -1 dexterity save. He just stands there barely moving as the lightning courses through his body. Being an earth creature, he's fairly grounded.
Nice, isn't it? Just, there you go. So if it's storming, this is going to do lightning 4th level. Or it's going to do 5d10 lightning damage plus 5 cold damage. Oh wait, those are d8s.
Actually, he gets advantage on saves against magic. Magic resistance, so instead of a 2, he rolls a 7. 7 minus 1 is a
Ooh.
6.
The DC is 20. He takes 45 lightning damage and 5 cold damage, if that matters.
45 and 5, so 50?
Yep.
He's
50.
vulnerable to the cold damage.
Cool. So that doubles it?
It adds a d10.
Oh, okay. D10 cold damage.
You're cooling down the lava that allows his body to be mobile.
He takes an additional, if the dice would stop wobbling, it is a 6.
Wow, 56 damage.
There you go.
That hurt.
And I will use my bonus action to turn into a fire elemental. And I will use its movement speed to go an additional 20 feet in the direction of the next tent.
Cool. Ringside.
Okay. I'm going to propose, like, publicly, so it's established, that we just kind of do damage and leave at this point, because we have not do damage and leave exactly, but like just cut and run with the book, because then we can lure them into a trap later.
Finish this now.
Did we get information that the guy just left and teleported?
Oh.
I don't know where he went, but if he...
No, I did not tell you that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
that
what I'm
would be
saying.
that would be something that Oren would like to share is, guys, I lost the wizard.
Alright, sorry, then I don't know that. My mistake.
What do you mean you lost the wizard?
I mean, he disappeared. Okay.
Yeah, the moment you guys started the assault, he winked out of existence. But I have his book.
Okay.
Hey. Okay, so what do I currently see?
Only what you've been paying attention.
Okay,
Ends
so
on fire.
you stand on the flying carpet. You are 50 feet up in the air. You're looking down on 3 burning tents full of screaming men. You can hear Taurus off in the distance, but you can't really see him in the silt. He's crushed a man in another tent. And Soul cast a shatter into yet another tent off to the west. And those people are screaming in pain. You can hear cries of alarm from the tents to your north. Those people are alive. There's a tent to the southeast, and
Wait,
that
is this
man
a war
is
crime?
waking up.
Wait, is this a war crime, Ninja?
Well, these are pirates,
Oh,
Yeah, war
cool.
crime.
They don't have rights.
and they attacked
We're
your
not at
friends
war.
on the
This is a
airship.
war crime.
I might make that my next status. You can't commit war crimes on pirates.
I'm gonna control winds.
Those are rules, man.
I'm gonna control winds a miniature cyclone.
Right on. Control wind.
What spell is that?
Oh, it's control winds.
Miniature cyclone. Says you can make gusts, downdrafts, or updrafts. In a 100-foot cube that you can see within range, within 300 feet.
Then just a gust in the...
A wind picks up within the cube, continually blowing in a horizontal direction that you choose. You choose the intensity of the wind, calm, moderate, or strong. So, do you want to make a strong wind? Which way is it blowing?
Random direction, strong.
Okay, to the east then?
Sure.
Okay. An intense wind blows to the east. Ranged weapon attacks that pass through it or that are made against targets within the cube have disadvantage. So I'll make this pinkish, purplish cube. And you throw it down 100 feet to the east. So this is 30, 60, 90. That'll put it out over the oasis, like here. Can you see that on stream?
No, hold on. My computer's running a bunch of things. I'm trying to reduce the amount of tabs I have open.
Yeah.
That over the water.
Do you want to do it north of that, where the tents are?
Over the water is good.
Lake effect wind, blowing hard over the water, creating little waves.
I was hoping to make a water cyclone.
Water cyclone. You can create updrafts. You cause a sustained updraft within the cube, rising upwards from the cube's bottom edge. Creatures that end a fall within the cube take only half damage from the fall. When the creature in the cube makes a vertical jump, the creature can jump up to 10 feet higher than normal. You could maybe like place that into the water, and it would spray water up.
Yeah, I want to like angle the horizontal version of it at the lava elemental?
It's only going to go 10 feet, so it's not going to hit the elemental. But that's fine. Let's
Whatever, it
see.
can just do what it's doing then. And then the air elemental can break into the guy's house and start stealing all his belongings.
1, 2, 3, and then a little bit more, and then you draw the circle here. So water is being sprayed 10 feet like that. Rough estimation. Something like that.
Something like that.
Now you just need to get it to walk into it and take damage.
I have a plan for that later.
It's already been
As
cooled
for-
down a bunch.
As for the elemental, I want it to go into his house and start taking all his crap. It seems important.
Okay, so your elemental was hovering way up in the air. It uses all of its movement. 50 feet brings it down. You can squeeze through the hole in the wall where Orin went through. Okay, it can pretty much get anywhere in the room you want to go. Which part do you want to investigate?
I guess the close parts.
Let me give you the description one more time. That'll help. Alright, so you're looking in this room here. This ancient stone building contains 3 rooms. This room serves as the living area for a defiler wizard. Hidden in this location, there seem to be some belongings. So you're going to have to roll and investigate to see if you can find the treasure.
Alright, this isn't gonna go well. It's not a very smart creature. Oh, I take it back. He nat 20'd.
Oh, that's good. He immediately finds the wizard's store of spell components and gold coins and pockets them in his wind pocket.
In pocket.
Let me get that onto a note card for you. So he's got 4 gold, 30 silver, 78 ceramic pieces, the bag of spell components. And I'll add the spell book on there as well. Alright. I'll put it on a new note card, I think. Try to keep things separate. Here we go. Alright. Loot. Alright, the pirates cry out, "We're under attack!" They hop out of their tent through the flap here, using their interact to pop it open. These pop out here, and these pop out here. This one pops out here, this one pops out here.
I have to say, this is pretty delightful. Like, some buildings on fire. There's a magical tornado.
Okay. They look around, taking stock of the situation. Many of them see Taurus. I think this one's probably going to move to here because they're all pointing at Taurus. They're probably going to try to get closer to get a better shot. Alright. These guys go in between the tents, and you lose sight of them. These guys, they're going to go behind these tents, and you lose sight of them. Okay. This one and this one, they get up on Taurus, and they're going to both make sneak attacks on him, front and back. These ones here, they're going to move into these tents, and you lose sight of them. Alright. These ones, they move into these trees over here, and you lose sight of them. So these guys are all rogues, obviously, and they're using stealth. I'm going to add this one to that group. I'll just put them over here, maybe. In this vicinity somewhere off in the trees, hidden. So all of these low-level rogues, all of them, they use the hide action. It's a cunning bonus action. They're going to move into stealth. And then they're going to wait for a target. Okay. The Defiler reappears exactly where he was. Maybe a couple feet.
You god darn.
Couple feet to the left. He just reappears, blinks back into existence out of nowhere. He glances to where his spellbook was a moment ago, and then he looks up. He looks up and he sees this person standing in his room, and he sees this elemental, and his eyes, they just narrow down.
Oh wait, you didn't get out of the room? I thought you
No.
teleported with your knife out the brick
I
hole.
was gonna do that, and then I thought.
Sky will
You
stand
didn't
on
have any
business.
more actions to do it?
What I need to do,
Stand on
is
business,
just-
Sky will.
not listen. I gotta remember that everything that people say on the table is not something that my character can hear. I need to just do my own thing and not listen, because it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so what the Defiler does is he spends all of his Defiler sorcery points to twin a 6th level Disintegrate. One at the Elemental and one at you.
God.
Oh no.
So that is a
I thought they
DC...
were both ever.
DC 17 dexterity save, one for the elemental and one for you. That's a good save for
No, they
you.
were
You have high
Yeah.
dex.
You
Like
automatically take half? Or none on a success?
It's a save for half, and it's 10d6 plus 40. But I think he has the rogue trait that if he saves, if he
Yeah,
makes a
then he
dex
takes
save, he
nothing.
takes no damage.
And if he
So-
fails, he just automatically takes half.
Thankfully, I still am using that armor that gives me advantage against. Oh my god.
20? Was that high
20.
enough?
It's
What was
high
it?
enough.
Oh, okay, then you take no damage.
Yeah, no damage.
17 on the dot.
17 on the dot. Lucky day. Well, he'll take half. Let's see what that is.
Probably too damn much.
This guy needs a vacation. He looks tortured.
Stand on business, Orin. Fight him.
You stand on
I should.
business.
He. Okay. First of all, Sia, where are you? Are you in
Damn.
the city? Like.
I'm back.
So what's half of
over
70?
here in the tent.
75. That's
I'm back
39?
here peacefully fighting the sleeping civilians.
No, but I
okay?
mean in real life, because you're always like speaking like my students do.
Detroit.
Oh yeah, that's right. There we go. Stand on
okay.
business.
So he takes 39 damage out of his 142. It's gonna leave him with 103. A huge chunk of the elemental gone. Whoosh.
Much damage you just.
Oh, I marked it. He took 39 damage. A heavy hit. And Orin just matrix moves and dodges as a 10-foot section of wall disappears from reality.
Yeah.
And then he blinks out of existence.
You.
Poof, he's gone.
Oh my
Oh
fucking.
my god.
You just need to hold a reaction to kill him when he comes in the room.
Reaction. Wherever that motherfucker appears, I violently stab.
So, what do you do?
Really? Oh yeah. What about the defilers? Oh, that was him. Okay. What the? Is that the lava golem? Oh, that's fire elemental Mord.
This is the
Oh,
lava golem, this big burning rock dude.
why are you so chunky?
I'm World of Warcraft fire elemental, that's why.
Makes sense. But everyone is everyone dead in these tents?
They're hiding.
Uh, did I
Most
see
likely
They're
anyone?
the
all
survivors hiding.
rogues.
Did I see anyone in this tent leave?
They're not swashbucklers.
Did you?
Yeah, they stepped out and then they hid around the backside of the tent.
Yeah. I'm going to aim a shatter around the backside of the tent.
Okay. Kaboom.
Do I hit anything?
Yeah. Maybe. I rolled an 11. He's adding 5. That's a 16. It fails. So he takes the full damage.
Yeah.
The rogue that was trying to hide lets out a cry of pain. It was one of the ones that was already wounded.
He takes 14 more damage.
That one dies.
Yeah. I celebrate his death.
Dios de los muertos.
The day of his death.
Blood
He
for
couldn't-
the blood.
He could not hide from the area effect.
I got no one else.
Just the one. The others are hiding behind the other tents.
Okay, I want to action surge. And wait, hold on. Maybe not action surge. Where's that item at? I am going to. I'm gonna use my ancient shortwood bow. Well, ancient hardwood bow. And I'm gonna use an action after I action surge to cast haste on myself. And I'm gonna use that action to cast another shatter behind the tent. Not that same tent, but this one right here. Wait, no, I think the people are dead. Did I see anyone leave this one?
Somebody stepped out of the tent and then hid behind it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna say drag off. You know the words.
What?
Dragoth does not give his boon. Heresy!
Drag- By the power of Dragoth. I'll hit on.
I'll remind you that each time you do this, you feel watchful eyes, as if you're being looked at from somewhere afar.
Yes, they're Dragoth and power my magic.
I thought we were trying to kill Dragoth.
You are.
You cast a spell, it goes off, but you didn't hear anything. Who knows?
Alright, and 15 damage.
The tent is damaged badly. Poof!
Oh, no one in. Okay.
He had hidden on the other side, the other corner. You didn't get him.
Okay. Alright. That's my turn, though. Well, I'm going to bonus action, Bardic Inspiration, Grimoire.
Okay. So I was trying to condense some things. These guys have a feature that allows them to ignore the visibility problems of the silt. They're going to use their bows to make a bunch of attacks. I'm going to sort of condense all of their attacks against Taurus. He's the tank of the group, and so he has an armor class listed. It says 18. 18 is
Tied
the
with
number.
the soul for the lowest AC. He just has a lot of health.
Wait, what's your AC?
So,
Mine? Well,
one,
technically,
two,
mine is 17. It changes a lot. It depends on if I wild shape. My normal AC as a human is 17, but then I can use a
15.
reaction to make it +3, so it can be 20. If I use a free action to change my shield, it can be another 2 higher, so it can be 22.
My AC right now is 19.
Pretty good. Okay, so I prepared a spreadsheet that'll automatically do all the rolls and calculate all the damages and stuff. So all of the rogues make sneak attacks against Taurus. They're like, get the half giant. He does a lot of damage. He just killed Terry.
You just killed Harry. That's great.
All right, so they all fire their short bows, and so the first one attacks, he's got a 14 that misses. The next one attacks, a 14 misses, an 8 misses. Then we've got 3 in a row that hit. So 7 damage, 5 damage, 8 damage. But he has rage because he went into combat the previous round raging, and so he takes half of each of these hits. Then there's a miss, and then a critical hit, and then a hit, and a miss, and a hit, and a miss, and a miss. One of them had a critical failure. So that one, his bowstring snapped when he tried to fire it, and he lets out a curse. So it looks like... Let me add this up here. So he's taking 7 and 5... and 4 and 8. 7, 5, and 8. And 8, and the crit was 14. That one hurt. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. Okay, so he takes half of 66 damage. 33 damage to Taurus. And he was at 207, so 33 damage off 207.
How much HP does he have? What the hell, like 356?
174 left.
Who, Taurus?
He used his giant feet thing to reduce some damage taken.
There are a bunch of small hits. He can only half the damage on something.
Yeah.
Well, he did take a critical hit that did 14. He halved it to 7, so I don't know. It's probably not worth it to use it on this. Maybe if he gets hit by a disintegrate or something, he'll use it. He still has more hit points than anybody else, even after taking a whole bunch of arrows to the face.
What type of damage does disintegrate do?
Force damage.
Was he not raging?
He was. He halved it. It was 66 damage before he halved it. Alright. The rogues reveal themselves, coming out of the shadows to attack. All reappearing on the board. Alright, that was Pirate's turn. Well, it was technically Taurus's turn. So after taking all those attacks, Taurus is going to flatten these pirates here. He hits the one that stabbed him in the back. He hits the one that attacked him in the front. Both of those connect, barely. He smites the first one. He rolls a 19 on the damage. He smites the second one. He re-rolls a 9 into an 8. That's not great. So what's he do? Like 57 damage. He kills one of them. Yeah, he's really split it up. So 34 damage. He kills that one. Flattening the pirate with his gigantic hammer. And then the other one, he only did 23 damage. This one's... Oh, he already had 18, so that one's flattened as well. he was already injured from before, and so he was unable to evade the hammer that crushed the rest of his body. So Taurus, feeling victorious, says, "I crushed them both!" And then he's going to look around for where enemies are, and he'll make a mighty leap. And he covers 3 squares, and he lands on the rocks. With a heavy thud, a superhero landing right in front of this gang of people that all fired their bows at him. It says, "Very sneaky!" And he gets ready to attack them next turn. Okay. Captain 1, Captain 2. They look around. There's a commotion in that direction. Yes. Dash. Okay. They move an additional 30 feet. Oh, I didn't do these 3. They were waiting to follow their captains, and so they are actually moving right in step with the captains here, and the cleric is following behind that when it gets to him, but he's not doing that just yet. So, Oren.
Yes. So you said that the wall behind me disintegrated, right?
There's a 10-foot hole now.
10-foot hole. What I'm going to do is the door is not opened by this magma golem, right?
No.
It's still not open. What I'm going to do is there's nothing else of interest in this room, right? Any of the defilers' little knickknacks or anything?
The air elemental seems to be holding some belongings. You have its spell book, but everything else is just corpses and gore.
Yeah, I'm just going to... Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
Yeah, you missed the description, but this is like a straight-up necromancer's room. He's been making spell components out of human bodies. There's like buckets full of like remains that he didn't want, and then there's other ones that he did want that are just mass piled up on shelves. So it's not valuable to take, but there's a lot of things there.
That's so cool.
I'm going to go
Be like
through
Hank
the
Green.
doorway and...
Oh, actually, I take it back. There is one other thing. And you look at it, and you notice that it looks like a blueprint. A humanoid shape. Blueprint for some sort of construction of something. You could grab it if you wanted. It's just sitting there on one of the desks. But it looks like it's made from fine materials, and the information it contains might be useful to somebody.
Okay. Yeah, if the air elemental didn't grab that, I'll grab that, go into the other room, and what I want to do is, can I hide in the ceiling up here?
There's no way to get into that room.
I thought you blew a hole. Okay, which way did he blow a hole? I assumed.
I will mark it on the map. He shot at you, so the hole in the wall is here.
Oh, I assumed I was in front of him when he took the book, so I will go out that door. That's wonderful.
Well, your figurine's there, and he was at A, and so his line of sight is like something like
well,
that.
There you go. Okay, so I will grab that and head out the...
This convenient doorway that he made for you, you
Right.
just slip out.
Um,
Out into the storm.
actually, can I grab it with a bonus action?
Sure, if you want to.
Okay. Well, then my move would be to get out here, and would I be able to attack the... Okay, golems in 5th edition can take sneak attack damage, huh?
Probably.
All right. Well, I'm not going to say no to that. He can get a dart. Oh, wait. Immune to psychic damage, aren't they?
Not necessarily. Let me double check that actually. Stone golem that will.
You know what?
It is just an object that's been animated by magic, so...
You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around the corner, see the magma golem, and instead pocket my my dart and pull out my bow, and that's probably my action
All right.
at that point. I can't.
You know, it could have been just an interact to pick up the item.
Well, okay. There's no other enemies that I can see from my perspective here. So, oh wait, I moved him. Whoops, that's me. There you go. So that's me, and if I get a bonus to do the switch of weapons, I'll go ahead and shoot at the magma golem now.
All right,
Okay, well, wonderful.
take the shot.
Do I get a sneak?
Okay.
He's got a passive perception of 15, and your stealth.
I can't get that low on stealth.
I don't think you can even stealth because you had
if
to
I
use
roll a
your
one, I get a
bonus
16.
action already.
If I roll a 1 on stealth, I get a 16, but I can't roll a 1. The minimum I can roll is a 10. So.
You left stealth earlier, and then you hadn't gone back into
Oh.
it, so you're not actually stealthy right now.
That's true.
Morg,
Is he
Yes.
engaged?
where are you going in there?
But you are behind a wall, so there's no line of sight to you.
Right, yeah.
I'm going around setting these tents on fire and shooting lightning at the golem.
24 on hit.
You need help over there with all those dudes?
I'm not sure. I'm going
I'm
to
gonna
run at
assume
all of
that
them and
you
set them
go
on
for it.
fire. But if you get there first and you throw a fireball, be my guest.
The 24 does hit.
Okay. So then here we go. That's gonna be.
I can't do much on that golem.
7, another D6.
Then I can
of
lightning
cold-
bolt it
okay,
with
I'll roll
cold
the
damage.
cold separate.
Yeah. Until maybe a Taurus can get to him or something.
The cold damage, I'm guessing, does something different to a golem.
It adds a
just
D10
adds
of
a
vulnerability.
So
I like
36
stuff.
regular damage, and then you said D10.
An extra D10, yep.
Rather judge that. Okay. And that will be my turn. Oh, nice. Max damage.
46 more damage. Wow.
How much
It's
damage did
hurting.
you do total?
46?
46. Wow.
That's at
A
102.
big sneak attack. He hit it in a vital weak point with a weapon it was vulnerable to.
On the magma?
Yep.
The magma golem.
Magma.
Ooh, and you have the blueprint?
Ninja.
And I have the blueprint.
Oh my god.
Ninja let me get an interact and a switch weapon and attack, so I appreciate
cool.
that.
Did that have your sneak attack damage on it, though?
though?
Because, like, you weren't stealthy, so it wasn't a sneak attack, right?
Oh. Well, then, no. I thought I was stealthy. I thought it was because, he wasn't going to hear me. And,
It's just an action economy thing. You didn't have enough actions to also stealth.
oh, okay. Well, then, take away... shoot. How can I look at this?
All the white dice are d6s,
Right.
so that's 4,
So it's-
8.
25 damage?
I just
25?
do, 21 damage total.
Is there
Not
any?
40.
Wait, did you have advantage on this roll?
10, 10.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I did, but the first roll was a 14, so there you go.
It was just that extra weapon swap in there prevented the stealth attack.
Okay, fair.
Next time. Next time. You're still behind the wall, so you could sneak again next
Yeah.
turn.
I probably should have stuck with the dart and sneak. Oh well.
But you do know that psychic damage probably won't work on a object, so...
And I really
Okay.
wouldn't want the magma to melt the gray steel.
Perfect.
I would
Alright.
not want that to get damaged. So.
So does
I'll
that
leave it.
work here, Ninja?
You're gonna set fire to 5 of them?
Yeah.
Alright.
DC 23.
Only one of them makes a save.
Woo!
Okay, re-rolling.
I'm gonna say it's this one on the end. He makes a save, the others don't.
Ooh, okay, so -3, so +6. 48 fire damage.
Alright.
Boom.
They all die. With a cry, they are flattened by the fireball. Bad show, rogues.
Praise the Lord
Where's-
of Flames.
Where's your fabled dexterity? None of you could dodge that attack.
Did that other one? Yeah.
The other one survives.
I'll move the circle. So I moved
He
the circle.
takes
Even with their
21
rogue
damage.
They don't have the
Oh yeah, he
rogue.
takes no damage because he does have the rogue. No, he's not high enough level. He's only 3rd level, so
Oh.
he takes the 21 damage.
Oof.
I think you get that ability at level 6.
It was still a good fireball.
Oh yeah, you took out a huge chunk of the silt pirates.
Yeah. I want to take down these amount of arrows that are flying around.
Oh yeah, they can throw a lot of sneak attacks around. It can be deadly. Not against Taurus, obviously, but against somebody else.
Shoot.
Speaking of Taurus,
Give me a second. I'm gonna cast.
who the hell is
something else
Joe?
Real quick.
Joe never showed up. That's friggin' unfortunate.
We could try to text him. Boom.
Yeah, game's almost over. It's like 11 o'clock already.
Oh, yeah.
Only 8. Daylight savings.
All right.
I moved
Spiritual
the-
weapon,
Boom.
fireball.
Spiritual weapon can't even move a square.
No. But it's there to probably maybe protect these dudes here.
All right, more.
Alright, do these people over here, are they carrying torches?
No.
Alright, then a second lightning bolt comes down on the golem for another... since the cold damage just adds another d10, I'll just add it to 6d10.
I got a 10. He fails.
Alright, so he takes a total of 39 points of damage from this one. And I'm going to move my 50 feet to about here. Yeah, here. Alright, that was my action. I don't have a bonus action, so I'm just be here in the tent, burning it on fire with my body.
Nice.
It's the cleric's turn.
All right, the cleric approaches the elemental. He moves to here. He uses a bonus action to move through the earth to here. He gets within sight of the golem, and then he will throw a healing of earth upon the golem, giving it 70 hit points back. He says, "You shall not fall, not today. Fight these heathens, these heretics." And
Heretics.
the magma golem roars and goes into attack mode. The nearest one that it can sense is inside, so it opens the door and attacks the air elemental.
Why?
The air elemental takes a swat, a 17 to hit. Air elemental's armor class is 16?
Yep.
All right. Oh, actually, you know what?
Did it damage from something?
His first attack has to be his lava breath. He can't make a regular attack with his first attack. Okay, so instead, make a dex save for your air elemental ring sight. DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
For frick's sake,
Lava breath. It vomits on your
And it
elemental.
has +6 to the dex save.
it was another nat 20. I'm not making this up.
Really? Oh, good save. So the lava golem exhales a cone of superheated ash, accompanied by crushing waves of force in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that cone has to make a dex saving throw, taking 18 fire, 18 force, or half as much on a success. So that's 9 of each. So 18 damage.
What health does this thing have left?
85 of 142 hit points left on your air elemental. It groans as the lava melts part of its windy body.
Okay.
All right. It was Golem's turn. The cleric is actually going to it's going to call on the men around him to do something. All right. Yeah, I think that's the only spell he can cast, so he can't do another thing. I guess it's your turn, Ringsight. What do you do?
I want the air elemental to come back for one thing.
Okay, if it leaves the threatened area of the magma golem, it can make an attack, though. Do you want to risk that attack of opportunity?
Can it disengage away from the golem first?
Okay, but that's going to be its action. So it disengages and it flies away. Do you go out the hole in the wall?
Sure, why not?
All right. So you're out here by Orin. Is it going to fly south towards the ship or straight up above the building?
Towards me.
Towards you. Then it flies out over the silt. Probably can't go that far. Maybe towards the edge of the silt.
Wait, is
I
he
guess
going
it-
this way?
Oh, wait a minute. That's right. You're not that way. You are this way.
This thing has like 90 movement speed.
30-foot squares. He can only move 3. Probably can't even make it this far. You can get this far. Okay. What do you do? Several of the rogues revealed themselves. You can see from your position 4 rogues off to the north, and far to the east. The visibility is too low to make out those other ones, but these ones, you can see their vague outlines, except for the one off in the trees over there. You might not see him. So basically 3 men standing adjacent to tents. The one in the middle has some injury. He took a little bit of damage earlier.
I have spells. How, could you make me a area of effect?
How big?
20 foot in radius. Here.
On which target?
I just need to see how big that looks like.
It fills a cube in a third.
Something like that.
Also,
It's pretty small.
also, there's an ad break right now, so I can't see what's happening.
The square is 30 feet, so a 20-foot would be like a corner of one of these.
Okay, it's not really worth it then. How freaking far apart are these guys?
Very far apart. The ones to the north are 3 squares apart. No, 2 squares apart. So that's 60 feet. Yeah, roughly 60 feet apart. Probably 50 between the middle and the left one.
Horus's haste is gone, by the way.
Okay.
Can I see
Well.
the wizard? Is he still visible?
No. He phased out. He blinked into a place nobody can see him.
What about with my crossbow?
Your crossbow, you've got a limit of 2 squares that you can see unless you've got a feat that lets you see through cover.
I'll be quick about it then. So, I would like to... I still can't... There it is. Towards the dense minion cluster there.
Are you saying you want to go east to where Taurus is fighting a bunch of them? Or do you want to go towards the 3 that you can see to the north?
The 3 I can see.
All right, you move 1 square north. Are you moving the carpet?
Yes.
So that
Also, I meant-
means
wait,
Soul
no, I meant
comes
in-
with you.
I meant in Taurus's direction, not that way.
Okay. Then go 1 square that way.
A part of this feels like a war crime.
That you're wiping out all of these bandits? They were pretty aggressive bandits. I mean, they did attack the airship.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's kind of fucked up that we pulled up to their camp while they were sleeping and proceeded to murder them in their tents.
Sorry, that's just tactics.
It's a somewhat one-sided beatdown so far. Yeah, that'll happen.
Also, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
They did a considerable amount of damage to Taurus, and he's only not worried because he's raging so hard that he hasn't felt the 20 arrows sticking out of his back.
Mage Armor, thank you.
Nice. Alright, so move the carpet, mage armor. Can you do anything else?
I don't think so.
Alright, I guess we're back to the pirates. They all go into stealth mode again. So,
Oh my God, dude, where were they at before we saw them go into stealth mode?
disappear, disappear, disappear into the trees. These ones spread out around Taurus, and they're going to make sneak attacks against him. So that's 4 sneak attacks. Let me just roll that now. Armor class 18. I got +5. 2 of those hit. Actually, the 2 that missed, they're doing a sneak attack, so they can get advantage on that. Do either of those hit? No, neither of those hit after all, even with advantage. Do either of the ones that hit crit? No, neither of those crit, but they did hit. Okay, so sneak attack damage, regular damage. He takes 24, he cuts it in half, he ends up taking a 12 damage from sneak attacks. He grunts as a number of small slices are made into his body in the middle of this combat here. They're using some strategy to circle him, moving in and out of the cover provided by the tents and the environment, and using their cloaks, which allow them to blend in. And they use positioning to attack him in the back when he's turned to face one of the other ones, and so all of them get in some licks, and Taurus is getting more and more enraged by their attacks. While that's happening, these two, they dip out into a hidden spot. Nobody knows where they went. Alright. These ones are on the move. They're going to go 2 squares towards Taurus, which puts them right there. So they rush in, and the 2 captains, now that they can see Taurus clearly, they're going to draw their weapons. And each of these captains, they're a pretty good fighter compared to their lesser minions, and they look like they mean business. And so they're gonna square off against Taurus with their weapons ready. But they had to dash to get there, so that's gonna be their turn. I'm actually skipping ahead a little bit. Captains didn't go yet. The Defiler goes. So, reappearing, he looks around the room and he sees that his golem is cracked.
What?
It's got some damage on it.
I thought even like, oh, the golem's cracked. Like he just starts cranking 90s.
Hmm.
Pretty strong one. Strong crack.
What does he do here? He hears the lightning outside.
When is my turn? Holy shit. No, it's captain's right now. What is Orin gonna do, huh?
What is Orin gonna what you said?
What are you gonna do? Flee?
I don't think so.
Okay. Curious to see what you're gonna do.
Okay, so he moved to here and blinked out of existence again.
Okay, the golem got healed.
The golem was healed by the Earth Cleric when the Earth Cleric took his last turn. He healed him for 70.
Not cool. I don't know how often he can do that, but what's this red? Sorry, I
It's my lightning storm.
Mm,
So I guess,
Currently, the golem is inside the building, protected from the lightning.
Yeah, is he just in the doorway?
He closed the door.
Okay.
You know what?
Actually, it's Soul's turn first.
Oh,
So hang on.
Yeah. Lou. I am going to. Well, these guys are all surrounding Taurus over here, right?
Yeah, they've been making attacks on him, attacking his ankles when he's facing the other one on the opposite side.
How
He's
far away
about
are
to
we?
squash a couple of them, though.
How far away are we? Like each square, you say each square is 30, right? That's like
Yep.
90 feet. I'm guessing.
30-foot squares.
Okay.
It's a little non-specific. These guys are within melee striking range of Taurus, but he's about to kill two of them.
All right. I am going to use.
I think
Which
it's
one
got
of
a
these guys
15-foot
over here
range
is-
on the lightning wheel.
Which one of these guys over here looks the strongest, Ninja?
The captains, the ones in front, this guy and this guy.
They both.
From
look
where
around
you're
the
at,
same
you
strength?
can't even see them, though. You can only hear the sounds of them shouting at Taurus in the distance.
Oh yeah, because the sill. Damn.
They called out a battle cry at Taurus, but all that gives you is a vague direction.
And I know they're captains, right?
Well, they sounded like they had the voice of authority, a commanding, booming voice. And they were issuing orders to their men. You could hear it.
Shit, I can't really do anything over there. I don't think so. There's still people in these tents, right?
Everybody close by is either dead or hiding.
Okay. Can I try to make a perception roll?
Sure.
Alright. Okay.
I think there's two that you might spot.
$16.
16. Okay, so you spot One hiding between these tents here, and another one crouched down behind the corner of this tent under the sword, which is flying menacingly over his head as he lays sprawled flat on the ground to hide from it.
I am going to cast Shatter on both of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to action. I want to action search. I got haste. I'm going to do it twice.
Pop, pop.
The first one does 14 if they fail to save. And the second one does 10.
All right, they both go down.
Okay. Can I get a good job, team? Oof.
The only one who probably even saw that happen is Ringside.
It was pretty cool, right?
Ringsight's like, this is about me. It's my birthday.
Super duper.
Pardon me.
Okay. I just,
The bard asked for applause. He just shattered twice.
Oh, and you'll get a slow clap.
High praise for your percussion.
Wow, thank you.
That was huge bass drum. Boosh, boosh.
Nice work.
Ninja.
Your percussion gave them a concussion. Good job.
Are we gonna have to call it here? I'm impossibly tired.
I see. It is 11:25. We are missing people because Joe never even got here. I feel bad for him missing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Are you
I gotta
beginning?
start my new job recently. When I start waking up mad, I'm gonna have to be up around 5.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, thanks for playing. See you next week.
No problem. I wanted to shoot. Thank you.
You got in some good hits there, taking out several of the bad guys. Pop, pop.
Yeah.
Defeating those silt pirates. I mean, they're only level 3, so it wasn't that hard.
Hey, what do you mean? They're level 30 in my song.
Guys, yeah.
That's what the lyrics are telling me.
Fake news.
Just saying.
But the stronger fight is up ahead. They're coming.
I felt
It's
bad.
just a
Like
big
I
map.
was worried about like having hubris and going after it all by myself, but I really should have.
You wanted, if you had gone stealth one by one in every tent, you could have done one of those like in the war stories where
Yeah, like
the
that's-
one
but I felt bad,
special forces guy kills an entire platoon.
Like that was what I could have and it seems like should have done, but I felt like I was like metagame wise it'd be bad because like I'm taking the I'm just
Well,
sitting there.
that is your choice.
We didn't
You
care.
could have stolen the show and killed them all one by one.
I think everybody in this room would have been cool with it.
Okay.
See,
And then like we all gathered
Good,
to kill the captains. That would have been fine.
Okay. Well,
Good night, man.
I'll remember for next time. All right. Good night, guys.
Taurus
no,
kills
we're not
two of the
That was a
cool.
season.
Taurus kills two of the rogues. Thwap, thwap. Their skulls crack under the might of his hammer. The captains, they're gonna fire bows at Taurus when they can see him. Each of them fires 3 shots. So Taurus comes under fire from fighter longbows. Armor class 18, still raging. Only one of them missed. I've got 24, 11, 24, 30, 20, 18. One of those was a crit. He ends up taking 8 and 6 and 19 and 12 and 6. Let me see what that adds up to real quick here. That adds up to 51. Half of that is 25 more damage to Taurus. He's at 162. One less. Okay. He's down to 137. Almost half. Look at that. Taurus is taking wounds. So 5 arrows from longbows just hit Taurus in the chest. And he just does one of those, like in 300, where the arrows are knocked out of the shield, except it's not a shield, it's just his chest, just the skin of his chest. And he smashes all the arrows out of his chest.
Epic.
Ridiculous.
I like it.
Okay. So that was Taurus's turn. That was the captain's turn. Orin.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I don't want to provoke an attack opportunity. Well, the golem closed the door, right?
He did close the door to get away from the lightning attacks now that he's been into combat mode. He's been ordered to fight, so he's defending himself.
Okay, so there's no reason for me not to just run up to the cleric stealth-like. Oops. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. So bonus action to stealth. Cleric might not see you coming. He does not. You get your sneak attack on the cleric.
All right. And you know what? I don't even need to go up that close to him. I don't even need to. To be honest, actually, oh shucks, sorry. Let me get higher up on this. I could just get this far, I guess. To be honest,
Yep.
these
You
squares
just
are
need
how
to
big
be
again?
able to hit him 30-foot squares.
And you know what?
1.2 is 30 feet.
You know what? With
You
the
are
interact,
2.2.
I can keep the
So
bow in my left hand and throw the dart with my right, couldn't I?
you are just under 60 feet. That's your range.
Oh, that's 60 feet.
That is 60 feet.
Well, I don't mind getting inside the stuff there.
Yeah, this is safe. This is just the storm.
Yeah,
Mork's not going to attack you.
right. So I'll go as far as you need to go ahead and make this make sense. But I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll use the what's it called?
What's that, 30 feet now?
Yeah. Well, I need to be in 30 feet for the sneak attack, right? Or no?
You just have to be able to hit him.
Okay.
Anywhere within 60 feet, you can hit him. You have disadvantage on perception checks and possibly ranged attacks at beyond 30-foot range.
Okay.
20 will hit.
Well, if that's not gonna, okay. I was
No,
gonna throw
actually,
that-
I take it back. I take it back. He's in plate armor, and he's got some perks going on. He actually,
I'm
I
throwing
think,
a dice.
resists
I
that.
was gonna throw a dice anyway. So
'Kay.
27.
No, I'm looking at it. I'm wrong. Armor class 19. He was hit. He was hit.
Well, I already used the dice. So, anyway, now remind me again. I rolled 2d6 for the extra darts. It was right.
You're using the magic dart that splits into a bunch of psychic darts?
If I can get the interact, that was pretty cool.
The dart does a d4 plus 1, I think, or plus 2,
Oh, here
something
it
like
is.
that.
Yeah. D4
And
plus
then
1.
you roll 2d6, and that's how many additional darts that do psychic damage come
Now he
out.
needs to roll a DC 17 con save.
But that's for the metal, if you hit with the initial attack.
With the initial attack, right? So yes, the initial attack, and now I roll.
And he
all
does
the
make the
darts-
save against that.
He does.
Yeah.
Okay. And
So,
then
no exhaustion, but possibly all the psychic damage could affect him.
Right.
So.
So here we go. I just roll. Okay, I'm sorry. So 2d6. This is how many darts. Only 4 more darts. Okay. But I'm gonna roll d4 plus 6 plus the sneak attack. Roll that. And then it's 36 damage plus whoops. 4 more for psychic. Here comes psychic damage. It's
All right.
D4. Or is it D4 plus 1?
Each dagger, I don't know. You'd have to check the entry.
I'm looking at it right now, and it just says that the other darts hit. But I'm going to assume they're just D4.
It's whatever the base weapon damage is, I believe.
I'm going to assume they count as non-magical ones. So therefore, it's just going to be D4s. and therefore it is 8 more psychic damage. So 36 plus 8 is 44.
Is it +1 or +2 dart?
It's only says +1 on the damage here, so I think it's.
I do think that magic applies to all the psychic darts. I think they're all copies of the first one. See, it would be like 5d4 plus 5 for 5 of them hitting.
Well, all right.
And then you'd add your sneak attack to the one that was real.
Okay. So I'm gonna change the entry then.
It's a tough one, though, because it varies. You have to roll the 2d6 and find out how many daggers appear from that initial one, or how many darts.
All darts do d4 plus 1, you said, or d4 plus 2?
d4 plus 1. It's whatever the base damage of the weapon was, because it creates psychic clones of the initial one. You hit with 1 dart, and they imagine they've been hit by up to 12 darts in addition to the first one.
So just add 5 more damage then. So 49.
Bam. A heavy hit.
But I love that thing.
The man is a high-level cleric, and he's in plate armor, and he tanks it with a flinch. But now he knows where you are.
Sort of. A dart hit him. Well, I suppose, yeah. So I sneak and then strike, and then he looks and sees me, and I'll smile.
You reveal yourself with the attack.
Right.
So now he's looking at you.
Yeah.
All right, Gramorn.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get back into this. The turns are very long.
I know. Big combat. It's like a war.
I know. Taurus is taking damage, huh?
He's taken a lot of damage.
He looks bleeding.
He is at half, just about.
I know he has like mega fruit of mega heals, so he has ace, huh? I don't know if that's
Nah,
still
it's
going.
gone. It dropped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Taro said he had to let go of it a while ago. Last turn. Was good initially. He did kill one of them. He got some extra movement and killed one of them with it.
I want to see what I can do for her. Is the distance the problem?
Yeah, you're basically going by sound right now. You can hear Taurus's fight. You could hear the cleric cry out in pain.
Those are big squares, huh?
30-foot squares. You can only basically move 1 square per turn unless you're dashing. And then it's 2.
There, I'm gonna dash.
Okay. Covering some ground. Mort?
Can I see the cleric yet? From here?
You can see clearly 2 squares.
Oh, can I do one thing though while I'm running?
I move 50.
Well, dash. You could interact with something maybe.
Can I like tell to the group? Like
Yeah, you can talk. You can send a
telepathically?
brief message. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll let them know that Taurus might need some help.
gotcha.
And then I can see silhouettes 2 more squares away, right?
No, it's basically 30 feet where you can see clearly, 30 feet where you have disadvantage on perception checks, but you can still roughly see the silhouette of a person. Beyond that, all you're seeing is sand, just blowing sand. So you can only hear him in the distance as a muffled voice in the wind. But you get a vague direction he's in, and that's it. Until you
Okay.
get within 2 squares.
Then I will just use my action to dash then. And move another square and a half.
Getting in there, closing in on the building.
Oh, I would like move around where the water thing is. Is the water thing still being blown over this way?
Water is splashing to the extent of those pink lines there.
Okay. I will squeeze a 1 foot on the tent and go to the edge of it.
All right.
Alright. Should be able to see him now.
Yeah. Getting closer there. You can probably see the door of the building and the front of the cleric.
Alright, that is my turn.
Okay. The cleric sees you at the same time. And he might think you're just an elemental. Alright, what would he do if he sees an elemental? He's going to cast a spell. I call on the earth to protect me from these heretics. Arise, earth spirits, arise.
Stop calling us heretics.
He's going to move 30 feet close.
Isn't there still lightning here?
Yep.
I can do it. Yeah, 60 feet.
All right. Spirit Guardian.
Does that do?
So, DC 17 Wisdom save. You've got advantage. It does 5d8 Radiant save for half. Your speed will be reduced by half.
Yeah, inside of that 15 feet circle.
So it'll do 20 radiant damage or 10 if you save.
25.
Okay, 10 radiant damage. The spirits of the earth are clawing at you. The silt in the air suddenly becomes like razor-sharp glass trying to slice at your fire body.
It take 10 on a save?
It was 20. You cut it in half to 10.
Okay. A fiery form wisps like a candle and reforms.
All right. So then that'll bring us back around to ringside. Taro, birthday boy.
Elemental needs to get back to me immediately. Frick, ads again.
Twitch wants to get its money.
It could not try that at the most important moments.
Right.
Anyway,
That's Twitch's way of saying, hey, why don't you subscribe?
want to subscribe.
Subscribble. Hit like and hit subscribble.
Anyway, what to do? I can't see what to do now. So, is the wizard visible yet, or is he still phasing in and out of reality?
Yeah, he's used the blink spell, so as long as I keep rolling well on the d20s, at the end of his turn, he just disappears, and you can't do anything to him. Makes him immune until his turn comes back around, then he does a thing and disappears again. It makes him really hard to hit. It's great.
I could just go to his dimension and stab him.
Yeah, go fight him on the ethereal plane. That would be funny.
Maybe later.
He's gone to the spirit realm. Fight him as a ghost. Protect your silver cord.
So, let's double check something. Yeah, double sure. How hurt is Taurus right now?
Taurus is at half. He's got dozens of arrows sticking out of him, and his ankles have been sliced up by little slashing blades by wolfpack tactics as the rogues move in and out of his range, taunting him and attacking him from behind. He also took considerable larger arrows from the fighter longbows, strength bows of the captains. They make 3 attacks each, so he took 5 arrows to the chest, but he defiantly knocked them free.
I will drop the control winds in favor of another control winds on top of him. That's a downdraft, so he can't be shot properly.
So that will make all the arrows against him have disadvantage, I believe.
Yes.
All right, that helps a lot. Very good.
I can see
All
it
right,
here. But where's the air
pirates.
elemental?
The air elemental is here. He was moving towards you. Do you want him to move again?
Yes, as fast as possible. You move faster, 50 feet.
He can move 6 squares if he dashes. Do you want to do that?
Yes.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see the air elemental, although he's missing chunks of himself. But he moves towards you carrying a treasure.
What kind of treasure?
His hands are full of spell components and a pouch of coins.
Not the most useful of loot, but his help should be good. That's it for me.
All right. All right. So pirate, pirate, pirate. They converge on Taurus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sneak attacks. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so we've got armor class 18 still. They get an 8, a 21, a 17, a 12, and a 19. That's 2 hits. We've got 6 damage with the first one. We've got 5 damage with the second one. That turns into a total of 5 damage against a Raging Taurus. Not so bad, not so bad.
That does
He's
sound pretty
currently
bad,
at-
actually.
He's at 132 health. All right. Well, he's only being attacked by 5 level 3 rogues. I mean, how many 9-year-olds could you beat up if you had to fight them? They'd punch you in the nuts a lot. You wouldn't come out of it without a scratch on you, that's for sure. But you'd probably
Depends if
win.
they have knives or not.
Yeah, the 9-year-olds, of course not. The Defiler reappears, and he's going to move. He peeks around the corner of the building. Nobody notices because he's invisible. He hears the sounds of combat over there. He can't clearly see everyone. He can kind of see Orin, though. And the glow of Morg reveals him. Even though he's slightly outside his visible range, he can kind of aim in the direction. Alright, he's going to twin a spell. Yeah, let me think about this. Strategizing for a wizard is hard. He's going to throw down an ice storm. Ice storm's a 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. He's going to place it between you and him. Nah, that's not quite right. It's got to be further down. He doesn't want to get his ally in it. He doesn't want to get his golem in it. And it's not quite that big. It's just going to be a lot of circles. All right. Get rid of the extras. Not that one, not that one. Not that one. That one. Ice Storm. The ground is pounded by hail and freezing cold wind. DC 17 dexterity save. Morg and Orin.
What up?
Okay.
Hey, Joe, you made it. About time.
Yeah.
We were
Dex
almost
saving
done. Yeah, DC 17 dexterity saving throw against the spell Ice Storm. The Defiler Wizard throws down the power of ice.
Oh. Defiler. Yeah, that's right. There we go. Advantage.
Wait, is he doing some kind of defiling?
Not necessarily. He's casting a spell.
Okay, 18 dex save.
Yeah, you made it. Let me roll that. 46 and 2d8.
Joe, you took a lot of damage here.
19 damage. So half of that is 9 long.
Half is 9? Okay.
And Orin, did you make your deck save?
Made my deck save.
So you take no damage from the ice storm?
22, assuming. Yeah, you said.
Okay. The area here, the blue circle, that's going to be rough terrain covered in hail now. So let me just fill in some lines here. So hailstones, hard to walk on. Oh wow, I only rolled a 6. He didn't blink out of existence. The Defiler, he calls out to you and he says, "I am the mighty Miraz! You fools attacked the wrong man." And he taps his wizard staff on the ground and begins to cackle loudly, mocking you with his power. So, he was invisible, mind you. He revealed himself by casting a spell, and then he just did that. Okay. Soul's not here. He's not here to take his turn. We'll call it there. I think that's a good endpoint, I think.
Alright, then.
So what did I miss, guys?
Everything.
100 damage.
Yeah, you took so much damage. You were just
We
a
set
pincushion
several
with
tents
arrows.
on fire.
You've probably got 20 arrows sticking out of you right now.
No way.
Yeah. You're down to like 130 hit points.
So we have the
that's-
soul.
It's a chump change.
Yeah,
Better be
it could be
careful,
worse.
he might
It's a good thing you
power
were
up.
raging, or it would have been a lot more damage than that.
Yeah, I was trying to leave at 9 to head to you guys.
Yep.
And my friend was like, "Oh, I gotta sing one song for karaoke." I'm like, "All right, one song." Then she got fucking. Then she got drunk, and I'm over here like trying to like take care of her.
I see how it is.
Like-
You ditched us for karaoke and girls, whatever.
I did not want to. I'm over here driving home from fucking like another town over, basically. So pissed off.
Can we close the table?
Pretty
maybe?
pissed.
Yeah. Let me put everything away.
Yeah, I'll save it.
All right. Pack and save it now.
Yeah, she was.
Fire. Is the Earth Cleric at all wearing anything susceptible to fire?
He's completely covered in stone plate armor.
So no.
No, not even remotely fire.
Wait,
Flammable.
use mold
Yeah.
earth on him.
Yeah, there you go. Mold Earth his armor apart. That would be a great way to sunder stone armor.
Oh, wow.
It's magic stone armor, though, so I'd give it a save.
Right.
I give all magic items a save against taking damage and getting sundered.
What by DC? Is DC 20 for Mulder?
I don't know. I usually do it the other way around. So the mold earth just like shapes stone, and you could just shape it into not armor. But his armor is magic and resistant to being unshaped. Therefore, I would have the armor roll a saving throw. And if the armor succeeded, it would resist being changed. But if it failed, it would be sundered by the effect. Because you've warped his armor out of shape, creating gaps.
Yeah, this. Yeah, so I was like, I'll just drive you home, and then you can get your car tomorrow or something. But she fucking like, oh, I just need to go grab my ID. And she got out the car, went got her car, and then fucking took off. I'm like, motherfucker.
You took her to the bar and got ditched?
No. She was super drunk, and she was trying to drive.
Oh, that's no bueno. Gotta stop her from doing that shit. Yeah, good night,
I
Chris.
gotta go. You guys have a good night.
See ya.
Like,
I should end the stream. Nobody wants to hear about your bar story.